Hey guys, today I want to talk about something pretty serious that happened to me the other day, and I'm kind of not surprised that it happened. I was in the Ulta dumpster, and the store manager caught me. I'm not gonna lie, I got scared shitless. Not because what I'm doing is wrong by any means, but like what happened was she ripped open the gate and I literally was like, oh geez, you scared me. And she was like, you need to get out of here. This is what you're doing. It's illegal. And I've called the cops and all of this stuff. And I'm just standing here dumbfounded. This is just insane. She's like, what you're doing is disgusting and you should be ashamed of yourself. And the cops are on their way. She's like, get out right now. She's like, you're trying to steal damaged product and I've seen your car here before all the time. And she's like, you need to leave. And okay, if someone had just come to me and said, hey, please get out, I would have been like, okay, no problem. But this lady, this is probably the most rude someone has ever been to me in an extremely long time. I can't even describe, how rude she was. And she went on to say that, oh, do you have children? If they knew what you were doing, wouldn't you be so ashamed and all this stuff? And I'm standing here I'm 21 with no kids. And then she's like, do you have children? And I didn't answer her. And she's like, don't you think what you're doing is disgusting? She's like, you're digging around in trash. And I literally said to her, so. I probably shouldn't have. I was just gonna leave without even a word because it's not an issue. It's not illegal where I live. And for her to be speaking to me and insulting me like that was extremely horrible. So I was actually going to come to you guys and film a video saying how I am not going to show what I find at Ulta's anymore because of the things that have been happening. So, like I showed in my dumpster diving tips video, I've seen graffiti on the dumpsters. I think I mentioned how someone lit that dumpster that I got caught at on fire. I don't think it was a natural thing. There was no lightning storms that night. The only thing I can think of was that it was someone being malicious. I really have no idea. It happened overnight, and I know that because I was there before it happened, and then I went there the next morning, and it's all charred and burnt up. So I've just seen a lot of things change. I haven't been even doing this for that long, but since it's been trending on YouTube, I feel like there's some people that are doing this and they're not really respecting it. That sounds weird because it's a dumpster, but you do have to respect what you're doing. This still is the store's property. You have to leave it clean. Like I've said a million times before, just be quick, get in and out. And I don't want to feel responsible for putting out content and maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm not telling people enough that, hey, you need to be clean, you can't be writing graffiti. You just make it look like you were never there. And I'll take responsibility for that fully, if I have contributed to that. But yeah, I won't be filming Ulta hauls anymore, and I especially won't be filming Ulta hauls because I've gotten caught. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave it alone. If I go, which I probably won't anymore, it's just gonna be for me, and I wish I could share it with you guys, but like I said, I can't feel responsible for ruining something like this. If Ulta decides to lock their dumpsters or get compactors, that's gonna be so much product that's going into a landfill, and I'm going to feel partly responsible for that if I don't stop making videos. It may sound crazy to some people, it may sound overdramatic, but there's a bunch of other YouTubers that are still going to film Ulta hauls, so I guess you can go to them. I will occasionally probably have other hauls maybe Bed Bath & Beyond or maybe CVS, but I will not be doing Ulta hauls anymore. I'm sorry if that disappoints you. I mean, I really feel bad about it, but I just can't feel responsible for that anymore. So okay, so I'm gonna mention one other thing and then I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I have seen, since I started doing this, which was not that long ago, it wasn't as popular on YouTube, but since then I feel like there have been a lot of changes to the dumpsters. Now almost every single dumpster that I go to, not in my town, but in another town that I go to, they're all locked now. They never used to be locked, and it started with just like 2 or 3 of them, and then it moved to all of the dumpsters that are in that mall strip. And I don't know if that is just a corporate thing that they just maybe randomly started, but I do have a feeling that has to do with how much dumpster diving is trending. I'm not there all the time. I can't see if it's clean or if it's dirty or if it's not, but that has been a big change, and I can't help but feel like that's because of YouTube. I mean, I just think maybe these companies are so upset because people are publicizing how they're taking this stuff out of the dumpster and possibly making a profit. And not only have I seen locked dumpsters, I've seen cameras near dumpsters that never used to be there. And it's becoming a thing where the stores will actually threaten to call the cops on you. And they're getting private security, and it's just insane. I'm not telling anyone not to dumpster dive, because I do think there's so much wasteful stuff that these stores throw out that's perfectly good, like brand new Keurigs, like I found. But also I would say be really careful if you're going to do it. Be clean. Really watch your surroundings, especially if there's security at that mall, because you will most likely, you won't get into big trouble or anything, but it's just something to be super wary of. I don't want to see anyone get in big trouble because maybe some mall lost their patience with dumpster divers. I don't know. So I wanted to film this video to give you guys a little bit of an update about how I'm not going to be doing Ulta hauls, some changes that I've seen within like the dumpsters and the dumpster diving community. So yeah, like I said, be clean, be neat if you go. Watch out for security, and that's all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.